Now, yeah, I'm guessing the music started to be a bit louder. Yeah. Or no, no, never. It's nothing. uh, yeah, it's ruled by 7 merchant princes that each controls some part of the market. You've also learned, yeah, there is a temple of a god of how to say it, clairvoyance. Yeah, yes, indeed. Yep. Indeed. Right now you are here in the grand market. Let me quickly show you some things that you can buy. Anyway, here's some things you can buy. Not entirely things. Yep. Indeed. Yeah. Uh, and I'd say you can buy a Velociraptor for about 50, if you're so inclined. They're pretty shit, I will tell you. Well, it's one. You are getting one. They're not very strong by themselves. I mean, so could probably a flying monkey or a rat. You almost died to rats. Not very big, but it's pretty clever. Do you want some? Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ankylosaurus has a mace on its tail, probably the most prominent feature. Yeah. It's costly. I mean, you can get a Triceratops for 500, but it's very costly. Okay, go for it. But we're ignoring that. It would be a bit of a pain. Basically, just to show you a bit. mm, like, here's what I see right now. Rotating would be a bit of a pain considering the amount of tags I have here. Yep. No, uh, nothing like that. I mean, there is, but not there. The numbers are for locations. Wouldn't you like to know, eh? I mean, I would wait a bit until you learn everything there is to know about traveling here. But if you want to go for it. Well, yep. Just yep. Basically around here is the old town and it's full of not so great people. Hmm? This is the palace. No, no, no. They live in villas around it. This is the meeting place, the place where they go to discuss stuff, to rule the city, stuff like that. You would find one quite useful, young lady. Quite useful indeed. Nothing like our trusty dinosaurs to hold hold your stuff, or maybe yourself if you are so inclined. You don't even know what it is. Yeah, you know what it looks like, you don't know what it's called. No, I mean, your character doesn't. Yeah. No, your character can, but it doesn't know that it's called Ankylosaurus. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Eileen learns their names. She also learns that giant lizards can't really be used as pack animals. Uh, Meanwhile, well, you can use Deinonychus as one. Uh, it's not really a great idea. No, it's more as a pack animal. Why wouldn't you need one? Of course. Yeah, you will probably be disqualified and thrown into the pit. Yep. It's pretty noticeable. Anyway, do you want to move on from the market? Hmm, just some housing. Lots of housing around here. Yep, you come by some docks. No, no, no. Docks. The more, even more of a warehouse district, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to shop, just do it. Don't worry, we can fit it. You can just look up in the page B. Yeah, in the player's handbook, it's normal prices for weapons mostly. Yeah, that's Apple. Yeah, it looks like. Give me a moment to. You're going through the fish market. No, not really. Yeah, just. Oh, yeah, you didn't. It's a statue. It looks like what you would guess an ancient Shelton king in full regalia, resplendent in a loincloth of leopard skin and a headdress of feathers, shells, and Tyrannosaurus teeth. Mm, no, you don't really recognize them, but asking about from some locals, they can tell you that he was called Na Nbuso, the Great King. Oh, hundreds of years ago. But the statue itself, it's fairly new. It was erected, what, 5 years ago, I think. Uh, our merchant princes wanted to impress the foreigners who come here nowadays. Indeed. It does look really impressive, I will say. He was the one who united the country back when we still had one. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff here. Just insane amount of stuff. Yeah, I won't. You come by you come by what appears to be a fort. some heavy chains come out of it. Well, you can't really see them from here, but you saw them from the other side. Yeah, looks like it's the place that controls what ships can and cannot pass by into the harbor. Yeah. No, they lower the chain in order to let the ships pass. Well, you inquire about the building from some passerbys, and they tell you that it's a public bathhouse. No. Yeah. There is no charge to use it, but donations are welcome. Yeah, that's the dye works. Dye works, where people produce dyes. Well, you can tell that people here just love some color in their life. All the buildings, all the clothes, they are very colorful. You could probably try. Considering that the colors you see down there are pretty bright. Bright orange, blue, red, green, yellow. Just whatever has been dumped from the vats below. That's one of the trays around here, but you would have to find a way to deliver the death there. Not really. Library? Sorry, no. Well, if you're looking for some books, I would try the market ward. Just keep going down this way. Just a building. Lots of them around. You start seeing some stores around you. Uh, It. Uh, Nothing in particular catches your eye. Well, aside from a small bookstore. Well, you will find that you can't really read most books in there. Uh, it's for the locals and it's in the local language. Uh, After inquiring uh, about them, it's local legends, some guides for how to survive in the jungle, for farming, stuff like that. One thing that the shopkeeper mentions to you, he says, "Alright, we've just got this. We've got a small shipment of this book." He shows you something that is called Volo's Guide to Monsters. Apparently some famous explorer has written this one. It has a lot of information about monsters around here. Yeah, that one isn't common. Yeah, 50 gold. Well, we didn't really need to have a name until the M came. Uh, they just called it Shelton. But if you want to, I could try looking for some books to learn it. He rummages around and produces a couple of what you assume to be study books. This might help you, I'm not sure. If you are of studious mind, you might be able to learn the language a bit. Let's see. I would say 30 each. Two. Hello! Yeah, just walking around the city. You good? Well, one of them will teach you how to read, and another will help you to learn the grammar, the words, stuff like that. Very well. Well, will, will they help? 50. Yeah, you have quite a lot. Basic 60. Well, oh, yeah, and Opti is going to help, as far as I can understand. So yeah, all right, 20 from each. Yeah. Yeah, the shit will probably warn you. And, and- oh no, you would have to visit the market for them. All right. Uh, give me, let's say, 5d10. Yeah. Eighteen. All right. It looks like it will take you 18 days of studying to uh, learn the language to be able to read it at least. Oh, in Wallace there's quite a lot of information on monsters around and on some races you can find around the city. Apparently, this one is mostly about Chelt. Looks like it. Alright, let's see. Random, you say? No, it's a bit too much to roll. Actually, let's see, I should have it somewhere. The reading one is fairly light, I would say. Wallace Guide is, I would say, about a kilogram. Some. Let's see. I'm just. Sure. Sure, go for it. Longbow, let's see. Yeah, there are, but they are pretty rare. I don't think you can find one here. Oh well. I should have. Maybe I didn't download it. Oh well. Let's just see what you get. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, skeletons. Alright, found something interesting. Open a random page, you find a rather peculiar entry. A quote from Volo himself. Sentient poisonous frogs that live in trees. Truly the gods hate us. A bit more info is they're called grungs. Grungs are aggressive frog-like humanoids found in rainforests and tropical jungles. They are fiercely territorial and see themselves as superior to most other creatures. They live in trees and prefer shade. A grung hatchery is maintained in well-guarded ground-level pools. Grung society is a caste system. Each caste lays eggs in separate hatching pools, and juvenile grungs join their caste upon emerging from the hatchery. All grungs are a dull greenish-gray when they are born, but each individual takes on the color of its caste as it grows to adulthood. Green grungs are the tribe's warriors, hunters, and laborers. Blue work as artisans and in other domestic roles. Supervising and guiding both groups are the purple grungs, which serve as administrators and commanders. Red ranks are the tribe's scholars and magic users. They are superior to purple, blue, and green ranks and give proper respect and are given proper respect even by ranks of higher status. Higher castes include orange ranks, which are elite warriors, and gold ranks, which hold the highest leadership positions. Alright. 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 So let's see for how much it. Let's see. Short sword. Get 3 gold for each. Right. Well, you were walking down the street when some male child, looking a bit out of it, stumbles up to Luxor and whispers, "Speak to the wise guardian of Orlunga west of Mbala. She can direct you to which that you seek." And he collapses on the spot. He seems to be alright and waking up. Yeah. Yeah, he wakes up. Well, he wakes up. He thanks you, says, "Yes, yes, I would very much would like some water, actually." Yeah, he drinks, looks around, and looks really confused, muttering under his breath, "What am I doing here?" I would say you spent about an hour or two. Mm. All right. Or does he? Yeah, it's fine. Mm. Well, he won't know if you don't try. So, up to you. That can work as well. No. uh, he looks at you with a very confused and I would say delighted face. He says, yes, sure, as long as you don't harm anyone. Mm, yeah, nothing really happens. Well, aside from uh, the stuff you already have lighting up in the light aura in your eyes. Let's see. Ah, you sense. Yeah, you can concentrate in order to see stuff. Nope, not really. Doesn't seem to be any interesting stuff around here. You can. He just looks pretty dazed and confused. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, not really, but you have to chant some stuff, but uh, you don't. Yeah. Not really. Yeah, you need some really good set of lungs in order to reach your god. Nah, no. You can chant as quiet or as loud as you like, but generally in the heat of battle, it's pretty hard to remember to whisper. Hmm? What was the question? Hmm. Yeah. And there is a difference between learning spells from some entity and, being magical. It, yep, you found the Red Bazaar. Uh, it's the place that was mentioned to you by your employer as the place where you can find some inns. You also notice that it's a market that offers everyday stuff, things that are needed for day-to-day life. Uh, Meat, vegetables, fruit, some alcoholic-looking drink, light, light tropical clothing. You can also find insect repellent here and some uh, constructions that locals tell you are rain catchers, something to produce clear water in the jungle. No, not really. Vegetables mostly look normal. Fruit, there are some bananas, pineapples, stuff like that. You can probably find some if you tried. Alright. Well, I would say one mango would cost you one mango would cost you about 2 copper. Yeah. Anyway, Opti, I would say you really notice something that locals call day. It is an yep, day. It's not really. Uh, well, a 1 gallon cask will cost you 2 silver. Give me. Well, yeah. How much will you drink? Well, you're not going to die, but you're going to be pretty in a pretty bad shape. All right. The taste vaguely reminds you of honey. It's pretty nice. Should be about just about as much as any other booze. Uh, yeah. Oh yeah. Let's say you found one for 10 gold. Yep. They. You also find out that insect repellent comes in two forms. There is some incense and some salve. Incense will protect you at night, but well, its effective radius is about 20 feet. A salve is applied once a day and protects you, well, for a day. Incense will cost you 1 silver, and salve will cost you 1 gold per day. Yeah, but they can find some way to penetrate you. Sorry, I'm just a store tender. I don't set the prices. And it looks like your incense won't really be good against our insects here. The merchant laughs when you say that. Oh no, no, no! It's not about the monsters around here. From won't help you with that. But just the bugs in the jungle can be really nasty. Some diseases they carry, you really don't want that. Let me see. 20. 20 days. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was my mistake. It's 20 days. One gold, two gold. The merchant says, if you're planning to go to the jungle, I would also recommend getting a rain catcher. Much better than trying to get enough water to last you. A water skin can hold a gallon, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah. Give me a moment. Yeah, a gallon of water per day. 1 gallon is 1 day. Well, if it's very hot outside, you might need two. Actually, let me... Oh boy, all this imperial measurements. Actually, a water skin can hold up to 4 pints, which is apparently half a gallon. Wonderful, isn't it? Let's see. Uh, uh, a single rain catcher can hold up to 8 gallons, and how much it gets depends on how heavy the rain is. It rains a lot around here, he says. The rain catcher, let me see. Since it doesn't... Ah, 1 gold. Well, you need to set it up. As many times as you want. Or at least until you manage to break it somehow, though it's not an easy task. The Raincatcher is a 5-foot square leather tarp and a wooden frame with legs. You need to stretch the tarp across the frame and it will form a basin that can catch some water for you. Sure. Tea break. Yeah, you are pretty well equipped in terms of gold for the start of this adventure. Oh, it's fine. Really. Uh, hmm? Good question. Weighs 5 pounds. Not really. You do see the rings you were told about. One is much larger than the other. Let's see. Rations. They... You can get 1 day's worth for 5 silver. Well, basically any durable food you can find. Alright, each weighs 2 pounds. 2 pounds it weighs. Mm, yeah, I have quite a lot of stuff in there. Anyway, I'm going to get some coffee going, I guess, while waiting for Opti. Well... Actually, let's see. Who going to be? Wow, Luxor, you're very... You come up on my desk a lot today. All of you give me... You come up on my dice a lot today. All of you give me a perception check. Alright. Uh, Pretty much all of you, notice that someone is trying to pick Laxar's pockets. Burr even notice it before the person tries. Just they look really shifty to you. Yeah. Well, you can see him just tense up for a moment, then turn around and run as if his life depends on it. It probably does. I'd say it's it's past midday now. You, you probably still have quite a few hours of sunlight, but you wouldn't say it. I'd say it about 3. You have a lot of sunlight left. No, it's 3 right now. Yeah. Oh, it it's a busy marketplace. There are always some pickpockets around here, even with the guards. Well, not as many guards here as in bigger market. Just some thieves looking to make some coin. Nothing out of the ordinary. She said she will be staying at her friend's house. And as far as you've gathered, her friend is one of the rulers of the city. Uh, she did tell you that she would stay at the villa of Wakanga Otamu, one of the merchant princes of Chalt. You probably didn't pay enough attention or just didn't think that someone with the title of merchant prince can be anybody of importance. No, no. Well, not unless you seek her out, you guess. You've got you've got your task, and she believes that you will get to it as soon as possible. Well, she hopes you do. Well, wouldn't you like to know? Hmm, try reloading, I guess. Let's see if it helps. If it doesn't, I will look into it. Anyway, dear, what browser are you using? Justin. Alright. Don't go into the light! Yeah. What if... can you run the developer tools for me just for a moment? And go into the console, the JavaScript stuff. Just tell me when you're ready, I'll try to start the music again. Any errors pop up? Okay. That's good. Oh. I would say you can see the walls around them at the very least, and the stairs leading up. No, not quite that bad. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm back as well. Yeah, I could hear all of that. Anyway, let's just say that for the inns, the loud one will cost you 5 silver per night per person, and the quiet one will cost you 1 gold. Yeah. I don't think they will have difference in this case. Yeah. Well, alright. Uh, I guess let me just quickly walk you through the rest of the landmarks. I mean, you walk around, you ask around, you know. I won't teleport you. So, here we have the Grand Colosseum. It's an arena where, well, gladiators show their battle prowess and some their battle prowess against some monsters, and people just come here to see how well they do, to enjoy the show. Some people say that King Afa, one of the merchant princes, uh, the one who oversees this, has gained her fame and fortune as a gladiator before becoming a trader and a politician. Now, opposite of it, we have the Hall of Gold. Well, it's a, nope, it's a temple. It's a temple to Wokin, a deity known as the Merchant's Friend, Liberty's Maiden, and the Golden Lady. She is the patron of commerce and wealth things that are pretty important in Port Nyanzaru. Uh, well, uh, the temple actually does act as a bank, the biggest one in the city. Now, let's see. That's the dinosaur pens. The place where beasts of burden are trained. Yeah, mostly ankylosauruses and triceratopses are used as beasts of burden. It's also where the dinosaurs that are trained for the races, they're also trained here. Now, what else do we have? Alright. This part of the city is called Melrose Throat. There are two jungle-draped ridges around the deep ravine. Ramshackle buildings cling to the sides of the ridges, each structure seemingly built atop the lower one's roof. There are some footbridges and bamboo that hang above the ravine, some of them pretty long. It's not a good neighborhood, you can tell that. In the center there is the Temple of Timora. Let's see. If I remember correctly, she's the goddess of good fortune. The goddess of luck. You can tell that people around here don't consider themselves very lucky. And we still have the old city. Well, the two large ziggurats outside are called beggars' palaces. The road in the middle, well, not really a road, it's a large stone-lined pit. Originally it was built for some Amnian ball game, but nowadays it's used to punish people that fall out of grace, so to say. If you want to redeem yourself, survive, you have to make it from one side to the other. Obviously, there are some nasty stuff down there. Velociraptors, panthers, and some other hungry beasts are dropped on the people. Well, criminals, really. It's well, it's a pretty popular entertainment around here. And right outside you can find the refuse pit. The city's garbage dump smells divine. Yeah, a festering scar of garbage, rancid water and vermin. And we come back to the inns. Which one? Where? Oh, that's just some living districts for... It does indeed. Unfortunately, it's where fishermen live. Yeah, I mean, people around here eat a lot of fish since it's a much safer way of producing food than venturing into the jungle. Uh, well, as you're deciding on the inn, you notice, well, you see some notice boards outside. Uh, most of them look like they offer guide services. Almost notices there. Through jungle. Let's see, the standard cost, it was, damn, I'm getting real. Okay. Now that it works. Yeah. Where the hell is it? Ah, there it is. 5 gold per day and 30-day payment upfront is required. Let's see. Don't worry. Mm, there are some job offers. You can see at least a couple. No. Uh, there are some escort missions if you want to take on them. Yeah, there are some people who want to go to Camp Vengeance. Uh, Someone seems to want to explore Zeldani Basin, and well, apparently there is some bounty on some pirates, pretty notorious from. You don't know. That that's something that you were told to do on the street by a random person. But yeah. Hmm. Apparently, uh, someone offers to trade a sailing ship for a map of Chalt that contains the exact locations of ruins of Nangalore and Orolunga. No, no, no. He's offering the ship. Indeed. Sorry, what? He could hire someone to scry the locations that you point out. Not really. Scrying is a spell. He needs to know where to look, where to cast the scry. I mean, yeah, he could just scan the island day by day, the peninsula. Yeah, it's probably not for the spellbooks. No, no, it is. It should be. Oh, for the pirates. Let's see. Where the hell is this? I have way too many windows open. Moment, please. Here it is. You apparently 2,000 gold for each pirate ship that has been captured and brought into port, and 500 gold more if you manage to capture the captain. There are 3 particular ships that are being looked for: the Dragonfang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge. And let me just show your options for the guides. Indeed. All right. Well, give me 6 insight checks. Sure. You will be rolling with advantage. Yeah, you basically get an advantage when someone helps. All right. All right. All right. Let me check quickly. Well, for Farul and Gondolas, notice you can tell that the writing is pretty uneven and doesn't look very reliable. Another one that sticks out to you is Hugh Hackinston. Uh, it looks like he offers way too much, uh, and you just can't find anything concrete in his words. Indeed. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, most. Uh, well, I can tell you that because the trade of the guides is once again controlled by a merchant prince. You might not know it. Yeah. Yeah. While surviving on your own is not an impossibility, having a guide can help you to reach places you don't know about. I believe they were. Let me check. Wait, that's not it. That, there's a handout. Terrafolk. Terrafolk are the 10-foot tall, winged, reptilian bipeds native to Chult. They are malevolent isolationists. They regard most other creatures as their enemies. In Chalton culture, terrafolk are often referred to as terror folk for their habit of swooping down from the sky to snatch whatever and whomever they can, then transporting treasure and food back to their roosts. You want some info on them? Fire Newt. They have a quote on them. "'Tis always a fight to death for them, so 'tis also one for ye." Yes. Yeah. In regions that contain hot springs, volcanic activity, or similar hot and wet conditions, fire newts might be found. These humanoid amphibians live in a militaristic theocracy that reveres elemental fire in its worst incarnation. Oh. Oh god. Anyway, now it's up to you to decide what to do next. Yeah, well, they will help you for gold or for your help. 150. To be fair, this campaign is designed to be started at level 1. Just saying. Yeah. Indeed. You talk about that, but you probably won't be hired as gladiators. Not really. They are professional entertainers, first and foremost. Uh, well, you could think of it as wrestling, but a bit more deadly. Well, deadly on the special events where they fight actual monsters, and usually not for them. Sorry, what? I'm looking at another part of the map. Mhm. No, it's just one of the houses overlooking Muller's Road. I mean, you can split for that. Might as well. I mean, both of them have alcohol. It's just the matter of what company you want to have. Very well. Anyway, for Opti, a mug of tea costs 4 copper. Just in case if you want some more. Yeah. One gold. Yeah, if you want to stay in the cheaper one, it costs you 5 silver. 1 gold. Oh, the meal? Sorry. Let me check. Actually, uh, sh- uh, well. Mhm. All right. Did you want a fancy meal? Yeah, an ordinary one. Let's see. It would cost you 2 silver. The fancy one, well, that would cost 8. Two. All right. Yeah, Constitution. Well, true. Yep, a gallon. That's 2 cups. uh, 8 pints in a gallon. 3 pints. Uh, yeah, give me. No, 4 pints in a water skin. No, mm, no, no. Look in the vault. I said that a water skin holds half a gallon, as it does. Yeah, Opti, you are still pretty sober. You need a gallon per. You need a gallon per day. Half a gallon. Yeah. Well, alright, let's just say that one water skin holds enough for a day. Just to get rid of the mess, since it seems to be the bane of your existence. A gallon of water is what you need per day. I would say you would need more considering if you drink the day before. Well, in the day when you are adventuring, you will be losing a lot of water. I mean, it's not something I just make up. Alright. A chip will cost you 5 copper. I mean, you c yeah. But yeah, for uh, for 5 copper you just get some bread and cheese and some soup. For 2 silver you get a 3 course meal, and for 8 you get a full meal. Mate, a meal can go on for about 20 courses. I'm not even. It's not quite as bad. But yeah, well, that was your problem. But yeah, let me give you a quick screenshot. Indeed. I mean, you keep it on a leash or in a pen? Probably meat. let's say, not really. Just like as if you ate a monkey, it wouldn't be cannibalism. I mean, yes, it would be, and eating any of the lesser humanoids here would be seen as very wrong. You don't see people eating kobolds, goblins, and stuff like that. Alright. Alright, let's say that time passed. You have rested, some better than the others. Uh, some also feel a bit better than the others in the morning, but nothing that a pint can't fix. No, no, just feeling a bit groggy. Oh, good luck with that. I, well, I guess that's it then.